Okay, part 2, CGC Sports Illustrated unboxing. Mixed bag on part 1. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch that. Got some great 9.8s and some absolute dogs in there as well. So, always fun. Oh, this is heartbreaking. Okay, so this is LeBron James' first issue. Iconic, maybe one of the most iconic Sports Illustrated covers ever. And 8.5 is certainly disappointing. I was clearly hoping for something better, although now that I look at it, there's certainly spine stress and color breaks along the spine. 8.5 is a disappointment. That's a bummer. I was really hoping for something better for that, for LeBron's first issue. That's the only one of those that I've got, but that's again, adding to the mixed bag that is this unboxing. Total mixed bag. Okay, so this is interesting. Again, I came across this issue. I'm not an Alan Trammell fan. I'm not a big Detroit Tigers fan. But it was in such spectacular shape. This is from 1984, so semi-modern issue. I just thought it was going to get a great grade. I was hoping for something a little bit better. Man, this thing looks really spectacular for a 9.4. There's a little spine break, little crease on the spine and some color break there, so I'm sure that's why it got a 9.4. Interesting. I was hoping for a little bit better on that. Alan Trammell from the Detroit Tigers. Ooh, okay, so I really don't have a whole, most of my collection is all Sports Illustrated. I've got a couple other non-Sports Illustrated magazines graded. And the only time I would do that is if it's personally, important to me to collect it, or if it's a huge superstar. Pete Rose, obviously a big star, should be a Hall of Famer. That's why I got this issue of Time graded, came in at 9.2. This is from 1985. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm pretty happy with that one at a 9.2, despite the fact that I would normally hope for something better from a modern issue. But 9.2, Pete Rose, Time magazine. My guess is that's a pop 1 of 1, none higher. There just aren't many issues like that out there graded. Oh, Tom Seaver. Okay, so this is a fun one. Again, another issue that I came across that the only reason I had it graded is because it was in such spectacular shape. So got a 9.6. This is Tom Seaver from 1983. I don't think this is his rookie issue. I think he's got another, but I'm going to take a stab here. I mean, 9.6 is a great grade. Again, another guess. This is going to be a pop 1 of 1, none higher. That's a good one. I'm pleased with that 9.6. With that Tom Seaver issue. That's a good looking issue. Yeah. Now again, this one's disappointing. So 2 huge superstars. Pete Rose, Carl Yastrzemski. This is from 1982. They're both on the same cover, 9.0. I know there are several other issues, at least 1 or 2 other issues out there that are graded higher than this. So that's disappointing. I'm always looking for a 9.8 or, a none higher, and didn't get it on that one. See, here's another disappointing one. Pete Rose, 1985, so semi-modern, and it came in at a 9.0. Yeah, that's disappointing. Again, I came across some guy who was a big Pete Rose collector and selling a bunch of his stuff, and man, it was all in spectacular shape. I was hoping for something better than that on that Pete Rose. I thought I had a bunch of Michael Jordans in here. Maybe that's what we got coming. Here we go. And just as I mentioned before, sometimes when you get a 9.6, normally you'd be ecstatic over that grade, but this is a modern issue. This is Jordan's, I think this is his second cover on the Sports Illustrated when he was with the Wizards. I did not have this one graded, so I needed to get this one to round out my collection as I try and get all 50 Michael Jordan issues graded. 9.6 is okay. It's disappointing. You really want a 9.8, and I know that there's a 9.8 out there because I've looked at the population reports, so that will not be obviously a pop 1 of 1. Or a none higher, because I know there is one higher. Oh, that is painful. Oh gosh, 6.5. How in the world is this a 6.5? This issue looks spectacular. There's no bends, there's no creases. I don't see any spine stress. Well, couldn't be more disappointed on that one. I mean, that's a terrible grade. Jordan cover, 1988, only a 6.5. Hugely disappointed on that one. Wow, I think this may be my most disappointing unboxing video ever. We need to finish strong. We got about 3 or 4 left here. Need a strong finish. 9.4. Okay, so this one, I had one of these graded already. This is Jordan Sports Illustrated 1998. It was a poor grade. I think it was like a 7.5 or an 8, so I needed to bump it up a little bit higher. 9.4 is okay for a modern issue. Not great, but I'll take it. There's not many of these issues graded, so I think this has got a chance of being a pop 101, none higher. But a little disappointing on that Michael Jordan issue from 1998. But I need to get those. I need to get all those in there. Get that collection rounded out. 2 more. This one and 1 more left. Okay, so Michael Jordan, the shot. Again, this is disappointing. As a 9.6 for a modern issue. This is from 1998. This is the iconic picture of him hitting the last shot at the end of the 1997 98 NBA Finals against the Utah Jazz. His last play ever as a Chicago Bull. Everybody saved this issue. Everybody knew it was going to be iconic. There's a ton of these graded. There's a lot of 9.8s. There's a lot of 9.6s. I did not have this one yet, so I needed it. Thought I had a really good shot at 9.8 on this, but didn't get it. 9.6, barely acceptable. All right, we need to end this out. Come home with a big one, with a big win. Boom, and we got it. Look at that pretty 9.8. This is Jordan's first issue with the Wizards. It's from 2000, February 14th, 2000. I've got several copies of this issue. And it was really difficult for me to determine which one to send in because they were all in great shape. So I'm glad I made the right choice on this. Always thrilled with any 9.8, but certainly a Jordan 9.8 is spectacular. So I think that brings I think I've got 10 separate, unique Jordan issues that are all graded at 9.8. So great way to finish it. Overall, kind of a disappointing box, but we finished strong with this Jordan issue from 2000.